Yes, 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 yes. The moment has arrived. We have Danny Mcfarlane, legendary Danny Mcfarlane, online. He is now currently the coach at Nazarene University, and we have
Yes.
Davian Clarke online. He was the head coach. He was the coach of North Carolina at one point, and also UTEP. And we're here today. We're going to talk about our time running the mile relay for Jamaica. You know, we were fortunate in 1995. We finished with a silver. 1996, we finished with a bronze. 1997, we finished with a silver again. 1999, we finished with a silver. 2000, we finished with a silver. 2001, we finished with another silver. We were blessed, Danny Mcfarlane and Davian Clarke. And during our time running for Jamaica on the mile relay, we had some very good times, man. We were able to build that bond where we could do anything we wanted to do and still be victorious. How are you guys doing? Talk to me about your life and what's going on right about now.
Good
Who
evening. Good
going
evening.
first? Davian.
Oh yeah, man. All is well. All good things come to an end. Not coaching anymore. Move on to different things in my life, but still available to give consultation and help whenever it's needed. But Greg, I noticed you call out all the second, the third, but you never call out the gold medal of in games. So gold medal. So, but we won as well, and people only recognize you after the fact, and then a lot of people don't know that we were as good as we were, and that we didn't get the credit that we deserved during that time frame that we were out there performing. But such is life. People always remember you are when they look back at history, that's when they'll realize what we had during that golden era, I'm going to call it for us, because that was golden to me, being able to run with you all, because I competed against y'all. I ran against y'all when we were at boys and girls champs, competed against y'all in college in the university at the NCAA system. So I kind of grew up competing and watching y'all compete, and aspired to be like both of y'all and all the other guys who are on the team. And so whenever I got a chance to be around y'all, it was always a learning experience. And I couldn't even believe that I was able to actually, I thought I was going to be on the bench my first couple of years because I was so young. So, it was just a great honor.
Thank you, Davian. Danny Mcfarlane, share your experience with us now, please.
Well, right now, I'm doing pretty good. Like, I'm coaching at Southern Nazarene University, but I'm also focused on coaching my younger son. My 16-year-old son, and we just finished up state. He finished fourth. He run 21:51 PR. So feeling good about that. He's just 16. Well, in our days running, I think what the and I'm gonna say this, and this is my opinion, the J3 should bring us in, like maybe do something for the great ones like us that win so much medals, to let the public kind of understand how the younger generation who we are. And I think then that would allow us, I think, a little bit more to kind of the people kind of like the new athlete, them to kind of see us and maybe kind of understand what we have done. But definitely, I hopefully one day the J3 will give us a chance. I definitely would have liked to, just be around some of those relay, some of those 4x4. I just kind of teach them like, hey, do this, don't do that, do this, do this. That's a bad move. This is a good move. This is what you look for. This is what you expect. Just kind of, teach them about some of the stuff them that we used to do, and know what it take for us to be what it take for us to be so great.
And you're right, Danny, because when you look at, I just call out all the championships that we have won. We have won so many. I missed out the world indoor, the silver medal and the gold medal. Sorry about that, Davian. And we have accomplished, there's no quartet that has accomplished more for Jamaica ever than what we have done. As I said, we were in the business for like a decade, and we won medal every single time. I have a question for you guys, because what you said, Danny, I look at how these younger guys, when they're running for Jamaica, how they go through the baton changes, and I see that there are a whole lot of errors. They're losing a lot of times in terms of how they take the baton. But on a whole, what do you think about the situation that we now find ourselves in Jamaica, where there's only 2 more spots left to qualify for Paris 2024? What is your opinion? Do you think they can make it? And if so, what do you think they can do to increase their chances to make it, get one of those 2 spots? You can answer that question also, Davian.
So, for me personally, I don't really know a lot of these athletes that's running right now. Well, I see them, but I don't know their personality. But I think for them to advance, I think that the J3 have to make them understand what is at stake. Talk to the quarter miler. The coaches them got to be involved. The coaches them got to be involved, and they got to pick the race. When we're going to try to qualify, how we're going to try to qualify, and connect with the athletes them. And once they connect with the athletes them, they build up the athlete them mentally and physically, and let them understand that we need to do this. So that would be my first approach if I was in this situation. No, if you ask me if they can make it, I'm never going to say no, but I think it's going to be an uphill battle. I'll be honest with you, based on what I see. I don't think, I'm looking at some of the people running, and I'm saying, do we really have the mindset to go out there and get it? And I think that's one of the most important thing. When you got that mindset, you got certain leaders amongst the crew who gonna say, hey, I'm running for you, you're running for me, get the stick to me, I'm gonna do my job, because I know that the person I'm gonna take the stick to can also do the job. And that's what I think makes us so great. Each one of us know that, hey, Maki lead off, if it's to Gregory, to me, to Davian, we know that everybody gonna do their job, which kind of make it easier for us to compete.
Yeah. What do you think, Davian? You think they can make it, and if so, how?
Definitely they can make it. I think last year, and I might be mistaken, I haven't been following that this year, but last year I think we had 6 people that run under 44. So we never had that depth. So we have more than enough talent. Their times are all faster than us, so there's no doubt that they can do it. They just have to get the right people and get them in the right position. And I have no idea how that is going to work. I don't know how they're going to coordinate it. I actually thought 24 teams qualified. I was not aware that we weren't going to be in a position to qualify. So I just, people, as soon as I get off work at 5, I start getting all these text messages. But I don't really, since I don't coach no more, I didn't follow what was going on as much, and I didn't know of the new rules. So all of this is is just new to me. So I'm just still catching up.
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing about it is, based on what Danny just said, that when you look on the quarter milers now, we don't see 4 top-tier quarter miler that can break out of the pack. I guess they would heavily depend on the collegiate guys right now, and I can't see how they're going to sell it to the athlete to say, let us put these 4 guys here, when these 4 guys in Jamaica don't even qualify individually. It was alleged that before they went out, that a couple of the guys they did not want to go out there. Their nerves weren't there. The attitude, the energy just wasn't there. It is alleged, and it came from good source when I did my interviews. Now, with us, we had a different mindset in our time. We wanted to go out there. We wanted to win for ourselves and our country. We had that killer instinct. What do you think, both of you, is the main difference in terms of our time and the killer instinct that we developed, and these guys know who's running faster individually, but still not able to put together the team to dominate the way how we did? Danny,
Well,
you can take that.
I think that, as I say, the killer instinct, that's what we have. I think the guys them know they're getting. Maybe I think they baby them a lot to a certain point, meaning that maybe things. I'm just guessing this though. Maybe things they're getting that they never heard. Like we were so proud, and as I say, I'm just talking from, and this is some of my opinion. We were proud to go step out there and represent Jamaica. We love that. We embrace that. I don't know if these guys is embracing that challenge. It would be important to hear their mindset and see what the coach is doing and see how the J3 is trying to help them or how the coach is approaching this. That's the part that I would have liked to know for me to make a more definite argument, because the mindset is so important, and the coaches sometimes got to get some of these youngsters together, because we compete on the U.S. circuit, college. We compete, so we were already like prime, ready to face the pro level. We have no fear when we step out there. So I don't know about some of these guys, and maybe the one them in America, maybe they might thinking they're not treated the same, but that's my opinion with just the little facts that I have. So yeah.
What about you, Davian? You think that they lack that killer instinct, and if so, how you think these young men can get that killer instinct to dominate in the my relay? Because you see everybody coming up now, it seems like it's only us who are struggling to get back on task.
Yes, you see all the other countries are getting stronger team over time. You see, Kenya running a team more every year now, fielding a 4x4. I saw that work is World Championships. India making Botswana and South Africa. Everybody making big moves in this area. Like I said, we have the depth, we have the athletes. The killer mindset part, I think they have the mindset because they're running faster than we used to run. But I think the execution is because the relay is different, and we know that. And so maybe the execution is where they're lacking. And that execution, especially on the big stage when you have a lot more pressure, comes with some experience. You would think that with the amount of top coaches we have in Jamaica and the way we spend time running relays, it shouldn't be any problem for them to go out there and execute. I thought the teams that we've seen in the past, I thought they would have broken our record many years ago based on the talent that has come through. But, maybe, we were different because we used to study track and field history, because you knew who Bert Cameron was, you knew who Herb McKinley was, you knew about the success that the 4x4 had in the 1940s and early 50s, and we were trying to emulate that period of time. I remember watching the 92 Olympics, I think it was, where we got DQ'd, even though we finished in the medal position. And so when I was on the Jamaica team the first time and we were talking about me running second leg, I thought back to that time when I saw the Jamaican athlete step out the lane and got DQ. So I was always worried about making sure that if I'm running second leg, I don't step on the line. So I don't know if we did more research and we were more aware of the history of the 4x4 and the things that we need to go through in order to be successful. So I don't think it's a talent standpoint. I know it's definitely not a coaching. I just think that maybe the athletes that are competing now, they just haven't studied the history and are not aware when they get to.
I agree. I agree with what you're saying, Davian. I can tell you, I don't think these guys lack incentives, because when you look at what they are getting way more than we used to get in our time.
Yes.
My drive was I genuinely wanted to be great. And because I wanted to be great, I was a student of the game. As you said, I wanted to know who came before me. In fact, I was inspired by those who came before me. And as a result, when I couldn't even share some of my goals with some of you guys, because if I told you that I wanted to be one of the best quarter miler for Jamaica, maybe you guys wouldn't believe at the time in the early stages. But what were some of the things that drive you, Davian, where you felt like you want to do this thing at a higher level and exceptionally well, individually and collectively as a team?
Well, one of the first driving factor was I had heard about some of the Kingston College, because I went to Kingston College. Some of the Kingston athletes Kingston College athletes that had made it to the Olympics, and I had looked, because I study history. I looked and seen that there wasn't anybody from my school that I had made it to the Olympics in such a long period of time, 60s, and so I was to show the younger ones at KC at the time that you can work hard and you can still make it to the Olympics. So that was one of my early drivers to try and to be successful, because I wanted to make the Jamaica team, to add some purple color to the Jamaica team. And then once I got there now and I started performing, then I realized I have a responsibility to 2.5 million Jamaicans at home. And I wanted not only to make the country proud, but I also wanted to make my family proud as well. So, on the 4x4, run they put Jamaica on your chest and your number on the back, right? That's how I went out there to compete. I was competing with the Jamaica on my chest, trying to make my country proud. So that was one of my driving factors, trying to be successful. And then also, I had personal goals just like you. I wanted to be one of the best quarter mile. I wasn't quite as successful as you, be able to win multiple medals, but that was still a goal for me too. I wanted to be like Bert Cameron, because I remember being in primary school reading our science book, and they were talking about a section about lungs, and they had a picture of Bert Cameron there. So I wanted my picture to be in the primary school book. And stuff like that. So those were my factors. Go ahead, Danny.
Yeah, I was having some technical issues. So for me, I just want to win. I'll be honest with you. I just want to win. I love when I win and the Jamaica crowd get hype up, and so I bring that with me. And I think that if those guys, so I didn't even hear much of what you guys saying because I cut out, but I'm just saying that I think if the quarter milers, I want to know how much they want to win. I want to know how much you want this. Do you comfortable just settling for whatever you're getting now, or you really want to win? Because if you don't want to win, then we're going to get this type of mediocre stuff. I mean, I'm scared to go out there. My Mercedes, I was talking to my 16-year-old before he go out, compete, and he's running against 19 and 18-year-old. Everybody in the final was 19 and 18. He was the only 16-year-old. And he said, "Dad, I'm not scared of them. I already told them I'm not scared of them." And that type of approach, we want to know that we're not scared. I want the Jamaica 4x4 to go out and comfortable. They don't want to lose, but comfortably fulfill. So you're gonna compete hard. Don't worry about losing. Just go out and compete hard and positive and have a strategy that you compete with. Know your body, know to execute the race. That's what we need. I don't know what the coach telling them. I don't know what the J3 telling them. I don't know who's mentoring them. I don't know who's hyping them up and getting to a head and say, hey, we are Jamaican. We're not scared of nobody. Let's do this.
And that's very good advice, because here's the thing about it, Danny, that I don't see today. All of us, you, Davian, myself, Michael Blackwood, Chris Williams, Michael McDonald. We, if I miss anyone, just forgive me, but we used to encourage each other. We used to support each other. We used to cheer on each other. You know, there was a certain unity among us that I don't see it, because we were always ready, even though we competed every single year to the past decade. Once we finished the individual thing and it came to the team thing, we look forward to it. And as I was saying, behind the scenes, I was saying that for me, I could run any leg based on what was needed. I could run the first leg. There were times that I started, times I run the second leg if we needed. Same thing with Davian, we could do anything because we genuinely wanted to win for ourselves and our country. Do you think that there is a way that we could get back that culture into the men 4x4? And if so, how can we assist in that department?
That's for me.
Yeah, and then Davian can jump in.
Definitely we can get that back, because that's the talent, as Davian said before, the talent is there. It's not like the talent is not there, but I don't think the mindset is there. And I think that's what we need to get a hold of. The mindset and the preparation. That's what we get a hold of, the mindset, the preparation, and teach execution. And keep drilling that in their head over and over. Let's see people that been there, that done it. So when we say something to them, they will believe. It's hard at some time because I work with a lot of kids too. And I would go in and telling kids something similar to what somebody said to them before, and they listen to me. They listen to me more. And they will run through a brick wall for me, because they can look at what I'm saying and say, oh, he got to know what he's saying because he been there, done that. It's like we're going to take a Usain Bolt talking to a sprinter. And if I'm talking to the sprinter, we're going to listen to more. Even if I'm right, I'm going to listen to Usain Bolt. And that mentality and that hype that he's going to get, we make it go out there and run really fast. So let me say this. I think the J3, and this is coming from me, nobody else. I think the J3 need to implement people like we in some form of way. I don't think they're going to do it, but to build these people, build these athletes up. Let them look across and see somebody who they want to be like, or somebody who's been there. So they're like, okay, all right. And I think until they do that, it's going to be tough, because a lot of the coaches have never been there, done it neither. So it's hard for them to explain.
Marlon said that, don't forget Roxbert Martin. I forgot to include him in it. Roxbert, you are indeed a member. Because
for sure,
he was the man to beat. He was, you know what I mean. So my apologies, Marlon. Roxbert, anywhere you are in this world now, just know that you are a part of us, because you came on and you gave your
for real
all times. Davian, you want to take a stab at the question?
Yeah, man, and Gart and Dennis as well. We have a whole heap a lot of people. There's more than about 10 of us that help contribute to all the success we've had from when our reign started, 95, 94, and into 2004, 2005. They, what would I ask again? I get well known.
We're talking about the killer instinct and getting the mindset to where it's supposed to be, because it's not all about talent alone, it's about the mindset.
Yeah, but we kind of talk about the mindset thing. Danny, what you were saying, I don't think administration, the J3, have anything to do with the situation. I think coaches and athletes, and that's just my opinion. It's just coaches and athletes at this point in time. Administration only gets you to the meet. The athletes and the coaches have to be ready to compete. And one of the things that I believe is different is because once the coaches, local coaches, start keeping a lot of our Jamaican athletes at home, they get a lot of experience running 4x1s in Jamaica, but there's not a lot of experience with elite 4x4 that goes on with homegrown athletes. And I think a lot of people assume that running an open event and running the relay is the same, and they don't realize that the third leg is a different beast than a 400. The cutting and staying part and taking the baton on the second leg, a blind exchange. You can't just be running 400s all the time and don't practice that. That is a definite skill, running that second leg, special curve. And then once you make it to pass the 200 and going further in the race, and then how to execute the anchor leg and position yourself so that you can have something left. All those things is skills and things that we talk about amongst ourselves, as you know. And then calling the money in when it's time for the exchange. There's a whole lot of things that go into place. And one of the things I used to do as a coach is I go over those things all the time in practice, you know, and remind the athletes of what they need, you know, that's the technique part of what Danny was talking. And so the skill and the technique, if you don't practice those, it's not going to work. Just like if the 4x1 don't practice those handoff and get to know each other, where the position of the hand is on those exchanges, the same thing is true, because I remember running with you all, and Danny and Roxburgh used to do the Oklahoma handoffs. And you know, I never used to line handoff in the but then I start watching you all and we practice doing it, and you guys are saying, hey, this is how we break the NCAA record. And so part of the confidence now, because you guys went to Oklahoma, gained experience, and broke the NCAA record, almost missing the world record in the 4x4 indoor. And so when in Jamaica, which I'm not bashing Jamaica, I'm just telling you the truth, when them stay there, they don't run a lot of high-level 4x4s. They've never NCAA record holder like you guys. They've never been on that stage, high-pressure situation, until they've done the Jamaica gear. And that's the first time they go, and that's when they're learning. And sometimes, you know, we are disappointed, but if that's their learning stage, then there's nothing we can do about it. That's what we get.
And let me say something. Let me just piggyback on the conversation. Well, when I mentioned the J3, I was mentioning the J3 in the sense because I heard that the J3 didn't fully let their aware of these situations. So that's the part. And I fully agree with you, Davian, but that's the part where I said mention the J3 to get them ready. The handoff thing that we're talking about, one thing I want to add to that, we used to have a thing, I clear the lane. Like, so if you're taking the stick and you're coming in quick to me, my job is to clear the lane so you can get a clear run through. And I don't leave too early so somebody can step in. Because if you leave too early, sometimes people step in. If you leave too late, sometimes they're going to run upon you. So that's our next little tactics that I watch the jump.
Danny, hold on, man. Yeah, throw too much no.
Okay, boss. So we are throw too much.
Well, they need the information, and this is why Danny is saying that, and I understand what David is saying, that
yeah, I get it.
That in the right, because again, I've always said this, that the information that we have is not for us to keep; it's for us to share at the right time,
right time,
the right group of people, because we are loyal Jamaicans and we want our team to win. We want to pass on the knowledge. But a lot of the things that you are saying, I don't think those who are in authority are thinking about it that way, to say, can these guys bring value to our teams? And I think that with the knowledge that we garner over the years, we can bring a whole lot of knowledge that can help next generation make a transition. Will they do it, as you said, Danny? No. But nonetheless, you guys are still continuing to help others in their field to achieve their full potential. I know because time is of the essence. What are some other advice that you would give, whether to the J3s, the coaches, the athletes, and even the spectators? What are some final advice would you give to them that you think can contribute to the development of track and field, especially the mile relay in Jamaica?
I'm gonna go first. I just think that they need to bring people around that been there, done that. I think if you bring the real people, and we got to stop being scared of people gonna, well, I think the J3 fear me. So I'm gonna say that for me. But you gotta bring the people who understand it and have the mindset and know what it takes to go there, because we all have to learn at some point in our life. And I think they are doing, and the coaches are doing, not doing these kids the right thing by isolate them from we, the great one. And yes, I'm gonna say that. I am a great one come to Jamaica system with all the medals that we accomplished together, with all the things that I can tell a athlete how to run and do all of that type of stuff. And I think that's what they need to bring in. And not even so much as a coach, but we can be around. They can say, hey, pick up the phone, call this man, tap into him, let's hear what he got to say, and we can help to a certain point. Because, hey, the J3 got a lot of people on that J3 squad that I don't know what value them have to the team. Straight up. But them dead, eh? Why are those people there but not we? Because a lot of those people don't have no value. I'm 100% sure that they have no value towards the athletes. Maybe just straight friends. So bring us around, bring good people around. Who have time. Usually I'm kind of busy. Maybe Davian have time, but I could find time at some point to come in. But you need at least one of us at some point to go here, do this, do that. Reach out and see if we can help.
Your final thought, Davian, on the whole thing?
Well, like I said, I love the camaraderie that we have. I know we talked about the time we ran 2:57.9 in Canada at the Pan Am. From in the East and got 2:58 or 2:59, and then push us in the finals or win 2:57.
Right.
Going into world championships in the world. That was a very proud moment for us. And then when you won the gold at that meet, again, that was a very narrowly missing the Jamaica record. That was another proud moment.
Yeah.
I think that all those races helped us because and I mentioned that race because maybe these guys didn't know that we even ran at the Pan Am Games or ran at the Commonwealth Games. We ran at all the meets, all the opportunities to perfect our craft. And I think that's where it needs to start. They need to go to the CAC meets with me and Danny.
Yep. I've been there.
Yeah, they need to run as many 4x4s as possible so that they can get good at it. And then the execution there'll be confidence when you go out there to run the second leg or any leg that the coaching staff puts you on. because you know exactly how to run it, and you know the pressure that you can deal with that pressure in that situation. You know, we ran World Indoor multiple times until we won 2 gold medals at the World Indoor, perfecting our craft as well. But the I think it's still the federation. I mean, the coaches and the athletes who need to reach out to us. That because what Danny is talking about is a mentorship thing, and so that's that's the value that we have. But the thing is, maybe people don't know our value, what we bring to the table, which is why they don't reach out. Every so often I go on social media and say, hey, if anybody need a help, I don't talk to somebody specific. I just make a broad statement. If none of the younger athletes are following us on social media, they won't get that information. None of the coaches are following us, they won't get that information. So I don't, hopefully this platform will help to get it out there that we're available to help, and we'll get more people talking to us so that we can provide some value.
All right.
Greg, can we say this before you leave? Before you say it.
All right. So I give you the final thought, Danny.
Well, I just think that, and the coaches, I want them to know that when I say I'm helping, I'm not trying to help somebody to coach them, to take nobody away from anybody. I'm just trying to help with them running the 4x4 and the 400 and just build their mind up on how we used to do it, because a lot of them, I think that we take something from us, and that's all I got to say about that.
Well, look, one of the reasons why I put together this platform is to be able to put together information that can help everyone, coaches, athletes, and administrators. So I hope that we can start this where I get you guys again, because you guys have a whole lot to share. And this is the perfect platform where even if we can use our lived experience and we can help to guide them. And if they don't want it, someone else, because what we just discussed here, they are facts. They are facts in terms of there's no other group of 400-meter men have accomplished what you, Davian, Roxburgh, myself, and all the other names that you call, Michael Blackwood, Michael McDonald, together for so long. So it means that we are doing something right that we can share with them. And not just that, we were doing it with some of the best of all times running for the United States and UK and other countries. So I hope that this is the start of something new. I will invite you guys again, especially in the Olympic time, and we can talk more about what it will take to get some of the athletes and coaches and administrators better. I thank you all for coming out. If you have any final thought, please feel free to share it before I go. Any final thought?
Well, no, just thanks for the opportunity. And hey, we talk next time, man.
All right. God bless you all, man. And I see you.
Respect.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. All right, cool.